What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and with me, as always, is the man, Aaron, the Black Knight. Aaron, the Black Knight, how the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Had some dinner. I got my mug and my sipping on drink. Can't complain.
That's awesome.
How about you,
man.
sir?
I'm exhausted, but I'm very excited for the show. You know, we show up for church, right?
Yes,
Whether we want to or not, we show up for church. And
Absolutely.
here, in the House of Toys, my man, that's where we're at. The
Yeah.
house that toys built.
So I finally got my backdrop back hanging again. Hopefully that doesn't fall. I had to drill it into the wall. So
Oh.
I got tired of the half white wall and then the other half. So yeah.
I kind of hope it falls so we can add it to the clip show at the end of the year.
Go into the music stream that I did with Largo. You'll find it. You'll also see my reaction when it fell.
Well, you know what? That's just an awesome stream to watch anyway. So anybody that did not watch Largo's Lair, he now calls it the Infinite Playlist, but I don't think that was its name prior. I think it was just a Largo's Lounge episode, and it was so successful because of the knowledge you dropped, sir.
Well, sometimes you just add a little flavor in there, and instant success. You make a new show because of what we do.
And now Jim's got people pounding on his door saying, "Hey, I want to talk about my crappy music too." And you know what? I lined up. I got in the poop line. Okay.
Hey, we'll be looking forward to that episode, sir.
Oh, it's not going to be great. Poor Jim. He's probably just like this asshole. Okay. Well, there's one reason why people tune into our show right on time. And it's one, we start right on time, guys.
Yeah.
Right on time. It's not 9:01. It's not 9:08. It's not 9:15. We starting this shit at 9 because we have bedtimes and whatnot. But all these people came here early just to find out. Aaron, what you sipping on?
I switched it up today, man. Feeling a little rumbly in the tumbly, if you know what I'm saying. So inside of the exclusive Hella Dope mug, I am sipping on a classic Teddy Akel special. Miller Lite.
Oh, spoilers.
So yes, Miller Lite in the Hella Dope mug today. Just wasn't feeling it today. Just something simple.
No.
But since you already dropped the spoiler, would you like to indulge on what you're still sipping on, sir?
Yeah, we'll get to that one in a second. In the exclusive Hella Dope mug, Jeremy's not here yet, thankfully. I haven't even taken a sip of this yet. My wife once again made me a hot teddy. It's been a few weeks without it. And, I like to prime up the voice for the show, even though I haven't. So let's take a swig here. Perfect. So it just changes my voice. And then, the side piece. I always got to have a backup. We got the Miller Lite bottle, which is very hard to come by now.
Yeah, man.
Very hard to come by.
So I'm in between two gas stations, and then neither one of they had one 6-pack, and then a 12-pack, one of each. That's it.
Yeah.
But tons of Bud Light.
Tons of Bud Light. And suddenly everyone's like, no, I drink a Miller Lite now. And I'm just like, bruh, I was doing that before it was cool, mainly because I'm poor.
Do you want to drop a sneaky peek on the stream now?
Yeah. Do you want to do chat first? It already fucking filled up.
Let's hit them with the sneaky peek first, and then we'll hit the chat.
So I'm gonna have to be strategic here because I'm on this leash. But a box landed. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and I've just been so swamped. Normally these things land, and it's like Christmas for me. But a box landed that has 2 boxes in it. I'm not gonna try to not give it away here. And we're going to find out what's in it because this is inventory for Hella Dope Toys. And, we're doing this thing until midnight something about free shipping, something like that.
Mr. Wonderful, no, sadly, not Street Fighter.
Look, if I thought it was Street Fighters, I would have actually opened.
we are eagerly waiting on that notification. Because man, your face says it all, man.
I'm already disappointed. There's another box though, but I feel like it's going to be more of the same. Wow, now it's like Schrodinger's cat. You know, it could be Street Fighters until you open it and you realize it's.
No.
Hey, restock of Indiana. My lighting is terrible.
More Indiana Jones.
Jones figures.
Yeah, no WWE Ultimates.
How much of this did you order?
Don't listen to him. He did it. I didn't do it. Mr. Wonderful, Seth and Andre the Giant are supposed to release in July.
Actually,
July and August.
So while these are Indiana Jones figures, this box says something different than the last one. And when I opened up the last case of Indiana Jones, because this one was a mixed case. Well, the last one was a mixed case. This also appears to be a mixed case. But I thought you ordered like 16 more Indiana Jones figures. And like I literally texted you and I was like, bro, why did you do that? But this box says something different. So that's the same. That's the same. Oh my god. These are all the same. Oh my god. That can't be right, dude.
It probably is. Remember when I told you like I had a wish list and then I hit add to cart? Well, it added all of it. So make sure you guys buy Indiana Jones with free shipping. There's a lot.
Not a mixed case. Heard of that.
Yeah.
Not Street Fighter. Hey, but you know what? We're super excited about it because we know all you people love Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. And I was a little worried because the mixed case came in very light. And we were, talking about doing a whole wave type of thing. And I was like, well, there's only like a handful of these other figures. So two people would buy it and then be gone. But now we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's that big brain thinking right there.
So we have Renee Bellick. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I haven't watched Indiana Jones since the 90s. And then Sala.
I thought he was about to go like another Renee.
Another Renee. Okay. I'm just going to create a box for it around me. I'm going to have fun getting out of here. So, yeah, super excited for this.
Mr. Wonderful, don't worry, man. You can't end the streak. Our lives depend on it.
It's free shipping.
And free shipping.
Sir. There's a code.
I got 11:59 and 59 seconds.
Literally scrolling through the bottom of the feed. I really thought that was going to be more exciting. I thought maybe it was some G.I. Joes or something else. I don't know. There's another box landing tomorrow. Could always be the Street Fighters. Who knows?
It's not. I'm just going to bust your bubble now. It's not.
Cool.
So Frank, go ahead and buy all of those, and then you can make an army builder. Like you could do like you need to get like a Brendan Fraser face, and you could do like the Mummy.
You need to buy 50 Renee Bellicks right now. Right now. Okay. Well, what's popping in chat, man?
Well, I mean, I was gonna get to these starter ones, but Mr. Wonderful's asking these great questions. Is free shipping on pre-orders or current stock? I mean, Mr. Wonderful, I don't want to bust the bubble, but like if you looked at past free shippings that we've done, we normally put the disclaimer. No disclaimer on this one. So pre-orders in stock. The only thing I will tell you, I would separate your in stock versus your pre-orders. That's really all I would say, unless you don't mind waiting.
Yeah. Can I speak on that for a minute? One, we love all of you. It gets very confusing for us, and we need to find a better way to do it. It's very much our fault. But when people buy stuff that's pre-order and in stock, especially things as lightweight as these Indiana Jones Renee Bellick figures that you can buy right now at helladopetoys. Well, it does become confusing because then I'm like, well, do you want it all now? Do you want one of it now? And then, yes, we make notes, and look, it's very much an us problem. It's not a y'all problem. Y'all fucking buy away. We're trying to find a better solution to that, but it is helpful for us if it's separated. But again, that's our problem, not your problem.
Yeah. Let's hit this chat, man. Who we got in here today? Axion Figs. Let's get ready to rumble. Yes, sir. 13th Prince, welcome. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Sunday is as great as ours has been.
So good.
The one and only Realm of Toys in the house. Frank, how are you doing, sir? I've been seeing some of those great photos you've been posting. Keep up that good work, sir. Ooh, what's that?
There's just sounds coming around my house.
Well, I'm getting like the buzzing. I get it all, man.
Yeah.
Cutthroat Comics, cheers. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Frank, once again, it's hella dope time. It's always hella dope time, man. Doesn't have to be just Sunday. 7 days a week, 365 days. It's always hella dope time. The one and only Jim Largo from Largo's Lair, hella doping with a tasty beverage. Jim, what you sipping on, man? Share with us in the chat what that beverage of choice is today. Would love to know.
Some more of that giant cock beer, I assume. I don't remember what it was called. It was like a giant cock on a can.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Oh, look at that fresh cut. I mean, sometimes you gotta look good. It's springtime, and tired of the wool on the head, so I had to shave it all off. So
yeah, no, you look good, man. You look good. Like that.
Good, man.
See, that's the look that you should maintain. I'm with you because I was also looking homeless. I also cut my hair off. Not that I have a lot left, but
I mean, it's not like anyone there can tell because you always wear a hat.
I know. Well, I always wear a hat for a reason.
Yeah. Yep. Pop should keep it on.
If I go to other streams, I try not to wear the hat, but one day it'll be a hella dope hat.
Yeah, coming hopefully soon. Largo, once again, Ted is front of the poop line. I love that, like, the poop line gag is still like a running thing. Like that warms my heart right here.
Sorry, I dropped my coaster and I'm trying to pick it up with my feet. And also, now I have a foot cramp. Also, I have a poop line story if we have time.
Oh, Laws is not a 3-hour stream, which leads into this comment right here. Bedtimes last week's show was 3.5 hours. Yes, and we felt every last minute of that.
Oh boy, was Monday rough. First of all, no champagne again.
Oh God, no.
Secondly, no 3.5-hour streams again. Axion Pigs. Mister, I got all the time in the world, and we're just like, okay, we're drunk on blue champagne.
Lessons learned, man. No more blue champagne.
Ed, you are always welcome back, but we're too old. We're too old. I don't know if I can handle that. Yeah.
Cutthroat Comments once again. Sounds like what Winnie the Pooh would say. I mean, that's where I got it from, man. Me and Winnie the Pooh, we go way back. Getting the honey out the honey jar. And Mr. Wonderful once again. Don't worry, the world's okay. He is here. We are glad you are here, Mr. Wonderful.
We are
Ted,
glad he's here.
What do we got today, man?
Well, can I tell my poop line story?
Oh, yes.
So back in like 2010, before there was Mrs. Blacknight, I lived in a house with my wife, and I had to leave work, and I texted my wife. I was like, yo, I gotta rush home. I gotta take a massive deuce real bad. This is why everybody tuned in right now. And back in 2010, Aaron was like Kramer. He would just waltz in the door whenever, whatever. Doesn't matter if it was 2 a.m., 10 a.m., 3 p.m. Come in, what's for dinner, whatnot. Aaron was there. I didn't know. He was chilling, drinking my beer or something. Found out that's why I was on my way home. And the second I walk in the door, this man immediately rushes to the only bathroom in my house and proceeds to just take a giant poop. And I got stuck out there for like 15, 20 minutes. He's just in the bathroom laughing away.
I mean, I had to go, man. It's
It
my
was
fault that you also had to go at the same time I had to go.
I was literally first in line of the poop line. So that's my poop line story. I hope you all enjoyed it. We only lost one person there. It's fine.
It's cool. Not my constraint here.
So we do have some stuff to go over today. Not a lot. We're just dabbling. So there was some news with Hasbro all the week, and we know it's old news, right? Y'all have heard it. Y'all have seen it. You've seen the people throw bitch fits about it, and it's completely understandable. We're pissed off too. We're pissed off for multiple reasons, but in case you are not aware, there was a gentleman who bought some magic cards from, I believe, a comic shop.
I'm talking about that thing.
I'm talking about that thing. Did you want to talk about something else first?
Oh, no, you go ahead with that thing.
Okay. And received some street dated magic cards that maybe they weren't supposed to get, but who the fuck knows? Like, cool, got this. Went on YouTube, showed them off. And then some gentleman called the Pinkertons, which I got educated this week because I thought the Pinkertons were just a gang from Red Dead Redemption. Like, I didn't know that was a real thing. Anyway, they came there and scared the crap out of this dude, threatened him a little bit with legal action and whatnot, stole his magic cards, and then just drove off laughing. So Magic's run by Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro. And it is now created a situation where everyone's more pissed off at Hasbro than what we already were, and there's been a lot of talk about that, of what one person would do if some Pinkertons showed up your door trying to steal your magic cards. And I don't know. Aaron, I'm not a gun owner. Are you a gun owner?
No.
Yeah. So we're not the just started blasting. we're not those guys.
I mean, I got some Nerf guns up there.
Oh yeah, we have so many Nerf guns.
They're locked and loaded.
So many Nerf guns. I have a sword. I have a couple lightsabers. Some very sharp knives. But that's it. Now, Aaron, if somebody pounded on your door and demanded to steal your magic cards that you paid for legally, what is your response to that? Because I know you're a little bit grumpier than I am.
I mean, first off, if you come and knocking at my door, unannounced and uninvited, I ain't answering my door. Second off, if I do decide to answer the door, you gotta get through like the dog because he crazy right now. Like he outside barking at probably a squirrel. So you got to get through him. Third of all, if I paid for it, it's mine. Why don't you just send me an email that says, hey, bro, I saw your YouTube video. Can you take that down? Because that's not supposed to be available right now. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. My bad, bro. But no, don't be coming busting up in my house. You probably kicked the door or something, broke it. Now I got to pay for a new door because you ain't paying for it. Or some goddamn magic cards. Like, what the hell? Like, is that even like who cares?
Yeah. See, I have so many dogs, and the whole thing would be so annoying because they'd be barking so much. I'd just be like, what do you want? You want here? Cool. Anything to get you away to make this stop. But I want a refund, Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. You either you give me a refund or you better fucking give me something like even more dope. Like, I don't know, Magic the Gathering convention exclusive VIP I don't fucking know what they do. I don't pay attention to Magic the Gathering anymore, but I'm sure they do something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You got to give me something because you embarrassed me. Like, let know like if my family is there or if I had people over and you coming up busting in my house, you probably had diminished what community I was building on the video that I posted on something that's probably so simple as, oh, hey, these cards, you can find them in your local stores coming. That's probably all it was. I didn't even watch the video, so I really couldn't tell you, but I'm assuming that's what it was. Is, hey, check out these cards.
Yeah.
This one's pretty dope. Can't wait for you to get it. Nah, hell no.
Well, I think it's funny too because if you and I posted that video, it'd get like 43 views and be like,
Watch, that'd be
what?
the one video that we
Yeah.
actually like get blown up on.
I'd be like, why are you mad, bro? 43 people watched it. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Trying to get 44 here, man.
So, from a collector standpoint, obviously that's a kind of a kick in the gut. But we have a different standpoint from that because there's been a lot of backlash, and Hasbro already has issues from the collector world, right?
Yes.
Raising prices, stealing accessories, some questionable quality here and there, some really good figures mixed with a lot of bad figures and a lot of people questioning consistency. And then there's us.
The windowless, and now they're like, "Oh, my bad, we're gonna bring the window back."
Forgot about the windowless. Yeah,
dude, I wish I had that picture, man. Like someone posted a meme earlier of it's a window package, but it has like the cardboard inside. It has this, like the inside slip that it has. So you still don't even know what it is. So funny. I'll find it.
No, okay. But like a lot of people are just like, "Hey, we're done with Hasbro," and that's fair. Like, why would you want to support a company that treats its customers that way? We've talked about our years of customer service. Like, we would never think to do something ignorant like that. We fuck up, we correct it. Like, that's just the end of the day. But the problem with us doing what we do is we also have to kind of eat the side effects of what other companies choose to do. So we purchase from a good amount of companies now. And if one of those companies starts acting crazy, it hurts the market, and then that hurts us. And it's actually really kind of annoying. Like, we were already battling the storm of Hasbro, and we had even gotten to the point where we had cut back a little bit. But there was some hotness coming out. People were talking, people were buzzing. We wanted to support our community by providing a little bit more Hasbro product, because you and I prefer to do a lot more indie things, but pre-order is going to pre-order. Exactly. And we got to have stuff move. So, but now we have to deal with another Hasbro storm, and Hasbro doesn't care. Most people probably don't. The only people that care are you and me. But it's frustrating.
Well, I'm sure it affects other people too. Because while it doesn't affect them on the business side, it affects them in the pockets. Because by all this, somebody in their like budgeting, marketing departments like, look, we gotta comp back some money from sending this group that we have no affiliation to. So I expect to see another price hike somewhere. They're just gonna screw you over again somehow.
And then, like, I guess it goes back to the Bud Light thing too, because Bud Light did something, and there was customer backlash. And who did that impact? That impacted bars and gas stations, and I don't know. It's probably helping private breweries right now. But yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. I'm annoyed.
Now, well, I thought you were going to, and I'll segue this conversation, unless you had something else you wanted to follow up on.
No, I'm good.
Was I thought you were going into the Hasbro Mattel merger, which that just gets more interesting every day that it happens.
Well, I think we should be careful with our words, because it's not technically a merger. It's more of like a partnership. It's like two friends got drunk at a bar and they were like, "Hey, man, you want to go make toys together?"
So it's a merger.
It's not a merger.
They're merging two companies.
They're not merging two companies together.
Mattel.
They're sharing their licenses to create something. It's no different than when Marvel and DC did what's it? Amalgam? I can't pronounce it. It's where the DarkClaw name came from. I should be able to pronounce it.
At the end of the day, there's still Marvel and there's still DC.
Yeah.
Two separates. There is no separate here. They are one happy home.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's not what that is.
That is what that is.
That's not what that is.
That's like saying that WWE and UFC are not the same. They're under one name. They're called Endeavor. That's the company that owns them.
Yeah, but Hasbro and Mattel are still Hasbro Mattel.
Yeah, but it's still Hasbro because they bought them.
It's like AEW and New Japan doing
No,
Forbidden Door.
No, that's just totally different.
How was it totally different?
One, because New Japan don't really give two shits. They just say, "Hey, look here, we just try to get some more of our talent into the United States," and you decided this wanted to play ball because they ain't trying to get in the bed with Vince McMahon right now.
Yeah, and somebody was like, "Yo, I want a transforming Barbie." You know, I want a Barbie that turns into a gun.
I mean, that would be pretty dope, though.
I mean, all you have to do is just like bend him over and but just start it blasted.
It's not that kind of show, dude. Largo says this is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah,
amalgam. I don't. This is the problem with being an ignorant person.
At least you're able to admit it, you know.
I'm an incredibly ignorant person.
Hold on. So Frank says it's interesting. I wonder how far that rabbit hole will go with both companies working together.
Not a merger.
Okay.
But they are going to be creating things together, which I don't know. That's also kind of a double-edged sword because a lot of people are excited about it. Like, cool, I can get this and this together finally. Like, I've been waiting forever for that because, you know, they can share licenses and whatnot. But then at the same time, you have two companies that, you know, do the customer base the most dirty working together, creating something. What kind of price hike is there going to be on that?
Well, like, you see it right now. Look at everything that Hasbro's done. Like Target right now. So like most of their Marvel Legends went from $24.99. Now it's $25.99. Effective like this month or in May. I want to use it that way. And then you've got Mattel with like their like HasLabish type deals with which we'll talk about later with the WCW ring and all the Mattel creation stuff they've got going on. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like I was looking at that the fuck. I can't even think of her name right now. Your wife sent in a message. The one that's
the Monster High?
No, the other one. God, what's her name? Hold on.
Now we have to pause the show. Okay, Aaron, while you figure that out, for the record, Mr. Wonderful, Aaron is also ignorant, and they're just sharing licenses. They're not merging into one abusive force.
There you go. Give it. Watch. By the end of this year, we'll be looking back at this show and be like, "Damn it, he was right."
We'll find out at the year end spectacular.
It's Maleficent. That's what it was.
Maleficent. Yeah. That's not a Monster High doll?
It is not a Monster High doll.
Oh, okay. So they're just doing a Maleficent doll.
They're doing a Maleficent that is $150.
Oof.
That's what I said. Because I'm like, when I saw it, because I got the email, and I'm like, man, that actually looks pretty dope. Because I had the Funko Pop one, like the glow in the dark version. I'm like, that'd be cool to put them next to each other. And then I saw the price, and I'm like, look here. I'll buy a $400 ring. I'll do it. But $150 for this Maleficent? Nah, bruh. Nah, you done it now. $80, maybe. $100 is pushing it.
It was just pictures, though, right? It didn't like really show anything. It was just like a up close picture, right?
It has multiple, shots of what it will look like.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're expecting shipment in September, so I'm pretty sure they already have it done.
Yeah, Mattel Creations is pretty quick on the flip, man. Usually, if you're pre-ordering something nowadays, they're like, boom, here you go. Out in a couple months.
Except for me, when I order stuff, they're like, oh, everyone else will get theirs, and then we'll send yours like a month later.
Yeah, I do find it weird that we ordered the same thing, and you got yours 3 months after.
Yeah.
That's very odd. We live 20 minutes away from each other.
Who knows?
Strange.
That's Mattel for you. Anywho, Axion Figs agrees with me. He thinks Mattel and Hasbro are going to merge. They haven't said it yet, but it's coming because Axion Figs knows what's up.
I mean, you're pushing a monopoly at that point, right?
Well, yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's exactly what's going to happen.
I just don't see why either one would want to do that. Like Hasbro's in some rough waters, but businesses peak in valley, you know. All businesses do dumb stuff, but if you pull back and look at things on a larger scale, I don't think either company has been like on a downward trend over the past decade or so. You know, both companies are doing fine. I don't see why either one would want to do that. I like the idea because they can share some stuff. They can share some Transformers, some Barbies, some Hot Wheels, whatever. I don't know all the things that they actually specifically listed that they were going to do. But you know, it's like dream matches, right? Like people are going to be able to get product that they weren't able to get before because some other company owned the license. And like I said, I think from a customer standpoint, it's really awesome. I don't trust it for shit though. Like I don't trust that at all.
I mean, I don't. And like I said, I mean, while on the non-business side, as a person who likes to collect things, yes, this is a great idea at the end of the day. The question that I think will help solve in my mind the HasLab issue, if you want to call it an issue, is the Mattel creation side of it. Now, can those two figure out a way to create whatever you want to make and not be some god awful ridiculous price or put a bunch of crap together that you're never going to hit?
You were literally talking about the WCW ring.
Oh, I'm talking about, I mean, I am, but I mean, you could take this back to the Engines of Vengeance. You could take this back to what is that other thing that they tried creating that it didn't get funded? I mean, there's a lot of different things. Which I played enough. I would have actually. That was actually really cool.
I would have jammed on the Cookie Monster too, but I didn't. I thought about it, but I didn't.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, Mattel Creations at the end of the day are putting out, minus that one piece, you know, good, fairly-ish priced. I mean, like I said, a little high on some ends, but they're not asking anything ridiculous. And then you've got HasLab over here, like, we'll put shit out and hope someone wants to buy it. I mean, you got me on two of them, and those were like, I had to have those. Like those were musts. But you know, something's got to come together with this partnership.
So I don't see much. I don't see much difference between Mattel Creations and the HasLab, aside from HasLab always goes for the big swing, where Mattel Creations will, you know, drop Motu figures that are like, you know, 20-ish bucks, whatever. And those come out pretty quick. Most of Mattel Creations are either random cars or Monster High figures, and then sprinkled in with the Motu figures. And then they went for the big swing with that ring. And I think they've done something else big before, but I
can't think of what the name was.
Eternia.
Yeah, Eternia. That's what it was. Yeah.
They went big with Eternia.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, I think this is where you take two entities that are trying to do the same concept and work together to create what the people want. That isn't an exact, like, we're asking for a lot, you know. 400. The WCW ring is $400, or the minimal $5,000 back, or 5,000 people backer. You're not gonna hit it. But if you now take Mattel that says, hey, this is how we've done this. We've done this well. Do it this way. Tone it down some. We'll talk about that later,
guys. Sorry, I'm actually looking up stuff right now to share. Oh, well, here. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and share it now because we talked about it. Here we go. Sorry, I'm slow at this, guys. But here is the Maleficent that we were talking about right here.
Jeff,
can you see that?
Doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it looks great. I like it. I said, if you're not a Disney fan, it's not going to be your cup of tea. But you know, if you like Disney and you like especially the villains of Disney, I mean, it is a fantastic figure. In my opinion. But like I said, 150 bucks. It's a lot.
Wait, this doesn't look like anything that should be 150 bucks. I'm not going to crap on it being, you know, looking bad. But this doesn't look any different than a random doll that you could go and buy at Target or Walmart right now. Like I don't really see. I don't see what's so special about it, to be honest.
Like I said, $60-$70 would have been was the sweet spot for me. That would have pulled the trigger.
But them boots though are fire, so there we go.
Maybe we need to get what's her name on?
What, this lady?
Yeah, let's get her on and get some questions asked.
Karina Bills. I don't think she's going to want to do this.
I mean, it looks like it comes with different soft goods. It looks like a cape there. I don't know what that purple thing is that's below it.
The blouse? Skirt? I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't know fashion, I should say. Well, plus on top of that, this looks annoying too, because I'm paying $150 for this figure, but that hand can't even grip that staff. That is just, those are the same hands.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally just have to lean it in there. And I'm paying $150. Here's the Hasbro would be talking, right? Like, I need alternate hands, man. I need some alternate hands. Yeah, man. Like, I can't just have two slapping hands.
Now, my guess is that staff has like a slip that it will go in between that you can put the hand in, which will hold it. Mm-hmm. Well, so I'm not trying to justify it, but I mean that's my guess on what it would do.
I know my wife put us on this, but that price is that price is absurd. That is.
I agree with Frank, man. $65. I mean, I can talk 70s. 70s not horrible for what this figure is. Especially if it comes with the extra soft goods, which it looks like it does. That's not a horrible price at $70. Hell, like I said, if you want to talk high end, like cap price, $90. That's as far as you go for this. But $150 and like, unless it's like it glows in the dark or something, you're not. It's like someone's gonna buy it. Thousands of people probably already bought this because, like I said, they love Disney villains, they love Maleficent, but I just can't do it. Not for that price.
Yeah. I think we're gonna pass on that.
Yes, hard pass.
But yeah, sorry, I'm just in here starting chats while you were talking because at this point I'm just gonna let you have the chat. This is why I don't do this. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. And if you want, I'm gonna pull up some shots for the next thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Miss Cindy Scott says, "Let's talk about that Rochelle Mattel Creations being $90." Yeah, that was the other thing. Like that, so that was like it was created by the fans. They voted on it, and while the character looks great, not $90 great. Like that. That's just like that's another thing. Like I know I just said like maybe 3 minutes ago, like man, yeah, Mattel Creations are doing it, but these are the few things that they're doing that are horrible by putting a Monster High doll that was created by the fans at a ridiculous sell point, trying to push a doll that has one set of hands and doesn't close and for $150. Now, unless you've got something secret in the box that you're not telling nobody that justifies the extra money, which I don't think you do, ain't happening. But yeah, that Rochelle, man, that couldn't do it. I know. I talked to Ted about it. He talked to you about it. I can't. That's another pass.
Yeah, I think it's just a situation where the Monster High just got too full of itself. Because one, I think it's cool that they did a fan thing where it's like, hey, you guys vote on what you want, and that's awesome. But at the end of the day, aren't they all just still doing mostly reuse? Same boots repainted, same dresses done a different way, same hands, same bodies for sure. And then they want to be like, well, because you all picked it, we're going to add that extra price tag on it.
Yeah, Jeff, for the most part, it is a Barbie style. But they've hinted at it for a while that they were going to go through the Disney villains and create a doll form. I know at one point I did hear that they were going to try and do like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, which I liked Gaston. I always wanted to be Gaston because
no one drinks like Gaston.
That's right. No one fights like Gaston. I know that song. But yeah, it's very overpriced for what they did. And it's like we said earlier, I mean, $65, $75 is the sweet spot where I think you could have sold the whole thing and then some, but $150. You'll get the sale, but you're not gonna get it from me. All right. Let's get to this chat real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, it's worse than the 3.5 hour stream one. We're only 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I want you to update that sound on your phone, Ted, for when his order comes in. He'll send you a link for some audio files.
If I can find a way to do that, I actually will. But I do love that sweet cha-ching sound, even though my phone is on silent. But there's other phones in this house that also have it acted, so it rang through the walls.
Yes, I love the 3 a.m. cha-chings. It makes me happy to hear it, but then I'm like, nah, I'm awake.
That's when Germany's up and about, you know.
You're not wrong.
Germany be popping at 3 a.m.
Axion Figs, Hella Dope is a lifestyle, not just a Sunday night stream. You know what, man? That's a good slogan for a shirt. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
I'll put you in the credits.
Yeah.
Miss Future Black Knight talking about the beautiful cut. Thank you, future wifey. What else we got? Largo wants it's the Gallo Cerveza with the cock on the label.
It's giant cock beer. I don't know.
Well,
he drinks it in a giant mug. So
yes. Axion Figs, you damn youngins not being able to hold your shit. I was up at 5 a.m. No. Nope. My alarm went off at 5:45 in the morning and it snoozed from 5:45 to 6:38.
In our defense, we were drinking blue champagne, and I don't think we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. No.
We'll keep to the beers and the hot teddies.
Yeah, these are fine. I can walk these off.
Rhino Hobbies, welcome. I have not seen that name. I love seeing new names in the chat, so thank you for stopping by. He has a bunch of Valorverse guns. You know what? If you got that the Crimson 10, I mean, you load it up.
Yeah. Anybody comes knocking on his door, he's just like.
But over here, right off the corner of my eye there, I do see a Valorverse weapons pack. You know, it's a Charlie. It's $13 and it's free shipping. So go get it at helladopetoys.com.
Oh man, because you can never have enough guns, man.
Can never have.
And those muzzle flashes are so good.
You know what? Like I could give Mike Tyson a Valorverse gun while he's fighting.
Mike does not need a Valorverse gun.
I mean, he doesn't, but it would be cool though.
Plus, it comes with a bunch of extra magazines. Yes. You know, as Biggie said, keep extra clips for extra shit. You know. So
I love a good Biggie line, man.
I love a good Biggie line.
Just hit me right there. Axion Figs, it's a shitty story, but I really question the authenticity of what really happened. I'm assuming that's the Mattel,
the Hasbro story.
Hasbro,
the Magic Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll be honest, I didn't research it. I went off of the same YouTube sources that most of us did, and it was more of a talking point more than me actually caring. I care about the business. And that's what annoys me the most.
Yes. Also, Adam, you have a key to my house, so that's a different part of the conversation. Tom, whatever. You're welcome anytime. Jaden would love to see you, by the way. Rumble Toys. It's interesting. I wonder how far. I read that.
Oh, okay. That's on me. That's on me.
And Payne's Toy Samples, welcome. How you doing today? If you make it, they will come. Well, they can make all they want, but if it ain't at the price, no one's coming anywhere at all. Something in a towel.
Who knows? I mean, you know, Payne's Toy Samples is a customizer, so who knows? They might create something that has an opportunity for customizing that. He might be all over.
You know what else is really great for customization purposes? Duster. Grab that duster. Series 2 Valorverse Action Force
with free shipping.
With free shipping at helladopetoys.com.
And, you know, we weren't really talking about it, but not only are we doing free shipping, but there might have been a markdown on some Action Force figures. Nothing crazy, but a markdown plus free shipping because we have to make room for the Action Force shelf needs space for future Action Force things that I don't think I'm really allowed to talk about at the moment. So I'm not going to, but we need that room.
See, hold on. So, Pain, seven's a very odd number. You know, you got to make that 8 or 10. You know,
I was thinking 12.
12, even better. It's
Because
nice even numbers.
Duster and Trigger have the best outfits. Let's be honest. You know, like Duster has that blue shirt. You know, like,
yeah. And you know what goes great with both of those? Weapons packs. Just get both. It'll be fine.
And, you know, everybody needs target practice. So I also recommend a Renee Bellick from Indiana Jones, free shipping until midnight, guys.
What we got? Was it 13th Prince? So that Pinkerton thing, is that a work or a shoot? Both. I'll call up Vinnie Mac right now and see if I can get some inside scoop on what he knows, because he's got his ears to the streets. But I mean, hard to say. I in the back of my mind, I think this is a work. Like, you really gonna send somebody to somebody's house, bust up in their crib, and be like, "Give me your Magic the Gathering cards because these are street dated."
Look, man, I've learned a lot from scrolling through Twitter lately, and Twitter seems to think I enjoy watching the most sadistic, violent, horrific things ever, man. It's a crazy world out there, let me tell you. So when I actually heard the story, the not the skeptical person in me was like, well, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit, but what do I know? I wasn't there, and I didn't do any research on it. So the whole thing could be a work.
Axion says, I can't believe you got triggers still. You need to promote the shit out of that. That's what we have you for.
Axiom, he's not there to. We appreciate it when he shares things. He's just there to kick out the sex bots,
Same thing.
When they come strutting on in, and give us 3.5 hours worth of content.
Right.
That's his job. Give us 3.5 hours worth of content.
Frank says he got us, man. He's on that right now.
But no, Axion and Teflon always share the show and share what we're doing, and we really appreciate that because not a requirement, but man, boosting the signal helps us out a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
You have a Crimson Shadow 10. That's okay, man. Just 1 or 2 more weapons packs to sit next to it. It'd be just perfect.
I think I sent him a weapons pack as an apology, as a consolation prize. So he's definitely good.
All right, well, then you're off the hook for now until I look at them again.
Because as I said, I was like, you can never have enough guns. But apparently he already did have enough guns, and I was just like, oh, here's some more guns.
Frank says Trigger is his favorite figure. I mean, it's a pretty good one. I like it.
I do like Trigger.
All right. And hold on.
No.
Okay, here we go. He says he has the greatest origin story ever.
That was quite the story. I have not watched the replay, but that is definitely part of the show that I actually do remember. And I think we might have gotten a little too carried away last week. So,
yeah, I'll watch it tomorrow while I'm going through creating clips and things for the reels.
Bro, that show was 3.5 hours. Nobody's watching. 3.5 hours. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll let you clip that one.
Yeah, pretty much. What else, man? I know we're trying to keep it light today, but we had some topics we wanted to get covered outside of the 2 that we talked about.
Well, I got 2 more things on there, and like I said, I'm not trying to, because I know you have plans for this, but we already brought it up. So let me pull it up here. Yes, this right here. This right here. So The WCW Nitro ring, it's got 5 days left. It is 43% funded. It is still $400. There is an odd pop-up here. We're going to get rid of that. What do you think, sir? Oh, I can't zoom in on this.
I mean, this is how you know that they went on an Audible and realized the failure of their creation. They said, okay, if you can get us to 5,000 backers, you get Rey Mysterio, and then I think it was like if you did it within a week, you got WCW Hulk Hogan. Whoop de frickin' do. So they go, crap. We're listening to the people. We hear you. You're like, man, y'all love that DDP. Y'all love that big Papa Pump, the big booty daddy. We're just gonna add DDP and Rey Mysterio at 5,000 and move Steiner and Rey Mysterio at 5,000, DDP at 7. No one still cares.
I want to keep talking about this. I do need to make a brief interruption with this chat, and my response to you, Ed, is, "Brah." Sorry. Yeah, no, it's. I don't know. I think in the hands of somebody like Frank, Realm of Toys 89 on Instagram, this thing is endless opportunities. Would love to see some really good toy photography, especially in the hands of someone like Frank. Would I like one? Yes. That is a beautiful set. There's nothing wrong with that piece, aside from the fact that, I struggle just buying an action figure off a peg because I'm like, well, I'm just going to throw it in the closet, or am I going to put it somewhere? I don't have anywhere to put that display. Like, where am I going to put that?
You don't want to have to create like an entire like a table for itself. Like you're gonna have to kick out your Lego City. That's where it's gonna go. But I mean, 5 days ago, from the last time I looked at this, was probably 3 days ago. It was at 2120. So I mean, they gained 40 backers in like 3 days. But if they're gonna try to make this work with 5 days left, you're gonna have to really do two things. And I think if you want to make it work right now, you cut that price to 300. 300 is reasonable. You kick out so for unlock one, it has to now be DDP and Scott Steiner. Like, you have to give them those two. And I think they're actually going to be, and people will be content at 5,000 getting those two figures and nothing else. So you're looking at so that's $35 for WWE Ultimate, so $70 for two figures and $230 for the ring. That's how you're gonna do it.
I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a beautiful piece, and the people that want it, I sincerely want them to have it, but it becomes a space-time money thing for me. And if I don't have the space for it, then to use it, I'm going to be constantly clearing a space and having to put it away and tuck it away and have that horrible guilt every time I have to pack it up and put it somewhere. But
I would never pack it up. Like, once it's out and displayed, it's never going away.
Like I said, I absolutely love it. It is beautiful. I don't give two craps about the figures. The DDP and the Steiner, the way WWE and Mattel releases wrestling figures, one day we'll get them. Nobody cares about the Rey Mysterio figure. Nobody cares about the Hogan figure. Nobody cares about the Ultimate Warrior figure. Excuse me. And to me, those aren't selling points. I feel like the whole stage sells itself. Yep. Just that price and space, man.
I mean, Adam brought up a good point. He says, why does $1 billion company have to do a crowdfunding?
That is a constant debate, not one that I really want to get into, but that is a debate within the toy community itself. And some people will argue space on shelves or minimum order quantities. Or
then if you like I said, not to divulge too far in that particular part of the conversation, if you're gonna go this far to have, because if you've got screenshots of these figures. So it means that DDP and that Scott Steiner, they have it made somewhere. It's done. You've created it. The stage is built because someone on TikTok they sent someone one and they were dicking around with it on TikTok. So it exists in this world. Make 1,000 of them. What 2,100 people have said that they would back this. Make 2,500 right now. You're guaranteed that 2,162 people will buy it right now. That leaves you with less than 350. My math is off. I know it is, but I like nice round numbers. About 350 left somewhere. Just do it that way. You've already got people committed that said they'll do it. Stop trying to create 11,000 fucking stages. You're not gonna do it.
Like I said, it's a beautiful piece again, and I don't know if Mattel thinks that everybody has a setup, and not to keep going back to Frank, but Frank has a standing photography studio display of his wrestling arena. That's what he told us on the show, and we just don't all have that, and who wants to buy this for their kids to get it covered in snot? They don't even know what WCW is. They wouldn't even respect it.
I would never touch that thing.
No, I'd be like, you stupid kid, get out of here. You don't know the greatness that came through here. 4 Horsemen, NWO, freaking Jericho, all the greats came down that fucking ramp.
Man.
Juventude. Oh, man.
We gotta say that for the Wrestling Show.
Yeah.
But Payne's Toy Samples, it's guaranteed profit if it funds. Well, you've got 2,100 people that's guaranteed that say they'll buy it. So,
and
you're being profited no matter what.
Like, that's what I don't get. Why not just make it as a pre-order and make some money off of it? Again, I understand there's minimum order quantities, and the less that you produce, the more that it costs you. I'm not a toy maker, but we deal with MOQs through, a lot of our distributors as well. The more we buy, the less we pay. But there's still got to be some profit in there for making X amount.
Oh, I believe it. Like, I think what they were trying to, I think they had their mind set on the get-go, saying we want to create, let's say 10,000. That's what we wanted to hit. 11,000 was a stretch goal. 10,000 was the number, and they said, "Fuck, we didn't do it." Now let's scramble. Let's move some things around. And they're still saying right now, fuck, I have 5 days left. So yeah, I agree with you. I think they said, because if you do it as a pre-order, I said you already had these shots done. These are done. These figures are already created. By Christmas, I guarantee you'll probably see DDP and Scott Steiner on shelves. I guarantee it. You'll even see it on helladopetoys.com unless it's a Target exclusive. But they're made. Put a pre-order up, say engage it that way, then create that.
Yeah, to say that, with all the Hulk Hogan's and Macho Man's and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart's, we're not going to get a DDP. We're not going to get a Scott Steiner. Just the way wrestling figures are made, I really think that's ignorant to think. You may not get that exact one. You might get that figure with different pants. He'd be wearing his jeans. That's what you're gonna get. So,
I want to touch that. So, Adam's like, could WWE be pushing the price through a licensing? Well, this was done before all that was, unless they knew back in that Endeavor deal was happening. This was out prior to that. So, I don't want to say the answer is yes or no, because honestly I don't know, but
they already have the license, so they already make WWE figures. I don't see it being that much of a difference to them, like they're already doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I like to say the answer is no, but
I mean, WWE doesn't necessarily need Mattel, but WWE and Mattel do have a good thing going, and they just bang out those figures, man. Like the one pegs that are always stocked is the wrestling figure pegs, and there's usually always something coming out in one way or another, whether that's an elite or an ultimate or a crappy ass basic.
Frank. I also think a lot of these figures were underwhelming. Scott Steiner was the only first-time figure here that they should surprise us with. Newer guys like Raven or other guys that would help drive this. So the only problem with that is so you can't do Raven. I think he's contractually obligated somewhere, which is why they can't do Sting because he's an AEW. So that's the issue with a lot of the figures that you think they should do is they are contracted elsewhere and they can't do it. Even though WWE owns the license of the name and the likeliness, they can't do it. So,
yeah, so destined to fail.
Yeah, pretty safe to assume. Unless something crazy happens in the next 5 days, I'll be I'll be watching my email because I'm sure they'll send something like, "Oh, hey, 3 days left, half price, go."
Yeah,
I'll push the button.
So you're saying you'd buy it for 200?
Oh yeah, $200 for. Matter of fact, if you sold it for $200 and I got none of the figures, I don't care. The stage alone justifies $200.
Yeah, honestly, I have no need for any of those figures.
I would love. I would love to have a DDP. I would love to have Scott Steiner. That's it. Those are the only two figures that when they announced it, I even texted you. I'm like, dude, DDP, Big Papa Pump. Yes, like that is the only two that sold me outside of the stage itself.
So I did see an announcement today for the new wave of Ultimates, and one of them is another Rey Mysterio. Do you think that's bad timing?
Bad timing? No, because I think at this point they were already pot committed to put it out there. They were just kind of hoping to rally the WCW version in hopes that you you piggyback off the both of them. But no, I don't think it really mattered either way it went. But like Mr. Wonderful said earlier, I mean the next two big names for the Ultimates is going to be Andre the Giant and Seth Rollins. Which the Seth Rollins, I believe, is from the WrestleMania where he beat Brock. He cashed in on Brock and Roman at that WrestleMania. I think that's the one that they're going with.
Yeah, they announced something. Rey Mysterio and somebody else, and I can't remember who because I was just flipping by.
Yeah, the problem is we ordered. I don't want to say we. I ordered it, but then the email came saying that sorry. You can't have this. Come to find out that it is going to Target, which is why we can't carry it. So it's coming to Target sometime this summer, early summer, late spring, however you want to look at it. But yeah, I can't remember what the other figures. I'd have to sort through the email to find it.
Well, you want to bang through the chat before I get to the last topic, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, why not? Where we at?
Very, very chill show today.
Very chill. So, after you got to have one of those every once in a while.
Yeah.
Toys Paint said, it's easy to go long. You went 2.5 hours without realizing it.
He did.
I mean, those. Yeah. I mean, well, yes. I have a timer right here that says that we've been live for 1 hour and 4 minutes. Not to say that the show wasn't great. We loved having Axion figs. I mean, 3 hours is fine. Like we did it. But it's just like for me, I had to be at work at 7 a.m. So like the come down from like the lighting and just the how the blue lights. But man, it was just rough getting up Monday morning knowing that I had to like do work opposed to sleeping like I will tomorrow.
Yeah,
I probably won't sleep, but whatever. What else we got? Mr. Wonderful. As much as I love that thing, it won't hit, and I'm honestly thankful it won't. I mean, I'm torn because, like I said, I would love to have it, and I've said it on multiple shows. I've said it on the last wrestling show that we did. I would have loved to have had that with that stage with like the NWO dressing behind it because I would love to be able to switch them out. Like I said, an announce table, something. You had to do something else. But I mean, if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I'm not gonna cry about it. But like I said, there's some things I think they could have done better to really push that 400 and make it worth the value, and they missed it. Frank, let me tell you, at that price point, it ain't moving. They tried to add all the figs No, you could, even if you added all the fakes, ain't worth it. Like I said, no one wants the Hulk Hogan, no one wants Ultimate Warrior, and nobody wants Rey Mysterio. Those are only the two figures that people want.
And you can't even sell them because nobody wants them.
And at this point, you're going to have to let the market cool off. Like I said, you're probably looking, like I said, probably fourth quarter, you'll see both of those figures come out. If they're, I don't even want to say if they're smart, because I think they're going to continue this Ultimates like Target exclusive piece, like the ones that people they know that they want, and now that Mattel knows for sure that the people want those two figures, you're only going to get it at Target. You can quote me on that. Come back to this video when it happens. Axion, bro, I almost spit out my vodka and tea. Vodka and tea, eh?
We were trolling Payne's stream last night with the bras. Apparently, Payne's Toy Samples' son keeps calling him bra. He's not a fan, but I love it. And so we were just brawling around on the stream last night. Hopefully, not driving Aaron too crazy. Payne's.
Be all right. I'll be hitting some folks up here. Cough Ted to join the couch soon.
Yo, we a package deal. You bringing both of us. Package deal.
Just gotta work on the schedule, man. Gotta work on the schedule.
New contract.
Payton's Toy Samples once again. Maybe a market overestimation. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, it's a tough one. Like I said, you had two ways you could have done this. You should have. Here's my thing. Okay, where's it at? It's too far for me to reach. Do you have a Mythic Legions, like anything near you right now?
No, they're all hanging here. I have a AWOC figure. Does that help?
I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
Which you can buy right now at helladopetoys.com with free shipping till midnight.
All right, so Mythic Legions, you know, we love them.
What I need.
I know you do. You love them. We love them. But when you see these online, like right now, Cosmic Legions will go up for pre-order on our site tomorrow at noon. It ends tonight at midnight on Store Horseman. You're gonna wait 6 months to a year, and most people are okay with that because they know, one, they deliver great figures, great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I love this. The people love this. So put it up for pre-order. I guarantee that at that point, you'd probably hit 5,000 because now you're saying, look, I want to gauge how many people are truly interested. And if we said, okay, fine, this will come out Q4 or Q1 2024, no one's going to care at all. But you blew it. Like, I want to crowdfund this. This goes back to like Adam's comment of, you know, big $1 billion Hasbro who partners with Mattel. You don't need no fucking money. You have money.
Sorry, I wanted to play the Rocco sound of "You blew it."
Yeah, he did. Like, bruh, come on. But we'll save the rest of that comment for the wrestling show. But I had to speak that one out real quick. But yeah, stupid. I hate Hasbro now.
No, don't say that to the people because they all want to buy.
No, I love Indiana Jones.
Bellick.
Indiana Jones.
Hello Dope Toys with free shipping right now and a limited supply.
Frank says for $225, maybe not $400. These guys are on something. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually surprised because not that Frank gets ignorant with his wallet or anything, but like I thought if anybody would want to get that piece, he would be like first in line and be like, well, you know what? I'll figure out a way. So I'm actually surprised to hear that Frank's like, no, I'm not messing with that for $400 because I know he would kill with that thing.
Oh God.
For years to come. Some of the most amazing photos you have ever seen. And it is a shame. It is a shame that they are taking that away from us fans.
Yeah. Yeah, but you get that what was it? The Monday Night Raw ring with Kane for like, was it $150? Something like that. Like, you're really buying the ring and you're getting Kane for free.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I have a ring somewhere. I have a ring over here.
I need one. Jeff, I think having this be WCW brands limits who really remembers that. Oh man, that was what created the era. you get out once you get out of the golden 80s, like that moment of WCW really took wrestling to the next level.
Well, go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Well, I was gonna say, so Jeff saying that there's a lot of people that probably weren't alive or watching at that time, but I think this very much targets our age demographic of 35 to 45. And the nice thing about wrestling is, like, when you see stuff or when you see clips of something like an NWO clip or something like that, you're like, oh, that's cool. I would like to go learn more about that. And then WWE gave us an opportunity to just go back and watch those things. And I really think that helped educate a newer audience on that kind of thing. And while the nostalgia may not be the same, again, it's still a really cool piece. Like, it's a really cool piece.
Rumble Toys, once again, I just think it's a slap in the face that they said we're gonna make a WCW ring after you buy this when it should be included.
Oh yeah, if the ring was included, that makes $400 a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm torn on that either way it goes. Like, I mean, if you did because if you look at the glitz and glam of the whole thing, the ring means nothing if you don't have the Titantron and the entrance ramp and the stage. Like, it is a hand-in-hand walking piece. So yeah, I could see the part of the conversation being there. But this, like I said, we're talking about a company trying to make money. Oh, we're gonna make you buy both of them, and then good luck. So, goddamn camera, I hate this. Oh, there we go. Hey, we're back.
Can't wait for that clip show. It's gonna be like a minute of you going, this damn camera, stupid camera. Oh, this camera again. No, I'm gonna edit that up real good, sir. I'm gonna edit that up so good.
I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Wonderful, once again, I won't bag it because I don't want it to hit at that price. The Raw one will be so much more priced in a year or two. If it had already hit without me, I would only because of FOMO. All right, so here's the question. Now, let's ask this question. So we already know that WCW is going to fail. It's done. It won't happen. Let's just say next year they do the Raw stage. Like, I'm assuming it's going to be like the Raw is War. You going to back it? Same price? Same deal?
Oh, that's such a cheap move too, because back then it was just a thing and a curtain.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even anything.
A black curtain with two banners that says Raw and War on it.
Yeah, there was nothing. That's nothing. That's such a cheap move.
And if I had to like assume what the extras would be, probably 5,000. I don't know. 5,000 will probably be like Stone Cold when he the King of the Ring, probably a Bret Hart. I don't know. There's so many. I could guess on this all day, and it probably won't actually be right. But like I said, you're
gonna get a DDP. You're gonna get a DDP with the trimmed hair, being all crazy, staring. That's what you're gonna get.
The thing with the Raw one though is you have a lot more opportunity in how you could actually fund that. Because you have, well, it sucks because you don't have JR anymore, but like you could have done JR and the King. You can still do Jerry Lawler technically as an announcer. You could do Gorilla Monsoon. You could do Bobby the Brain Heenan. Like, there's so many opportunities just in the WWE side than you would have had with WCW, even though you have both licenses. But a lot of those characters are still in other companies where you can't do it. And that's the part that sucks. So, no, that's it. Just curious. Curious on what you would thought. Mr. Wonderful, once again, I hate the model. I started following retro blasting as a result of that.
The HasLab. Yeah.
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 What else we got? Payne's toy samples. It's how that works at corporate's minimal risk necessary to maximum profits for shareholders. I was gonna say it, but I'll stop. I won't say it. Nope. Fuck their shareholders. Okay. Fuck them. Okay.
That's not how business works.
I know, but I still wanted to say it. Because I can. It's our show.
No, it's true.
Axion Figs, I think the big companies would do better with an NRD pre-order at a reasonable price. Well, like I said, I think they should have done that in the first place. But who am I? I'm just a small guy.
I would have gladly taken a little less for pre-order model.
Yeah. Frank, Eddie Guerrero, they're gonna be Walmart exclusives. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Eddie and Ray. That's the new Ultimates I think they announced today.
Was that the Halloween Havoc version that they're doing?
Again, I was just very quickly scrolling. But the Eddie looks really good. I was like, damn, that's a nice looking Eddie figure.
Yeah, but you know how Walmarts work, man. You almost gotta
Oh yeah, you're never gonna see that thing.
You almost have to work there, and even working there, you're still not gonna find it.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
I can tell you because I used to work there.
You're either going to find a whole bunch or you're not going to find any.
Unboxing Art, welcome. How you doing, man? Some of these companies trying to push our wallets. Yeah, they can push all they want. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're not giving the people what they want, they ain't gonna do it. They be coming to helladopetoys and buying the same thing.
And shout out to Unboxing Art. Thank you for coming again. I know last week I was like, where the hell have you been? And everyone's like, Daddy's been coming here a few times now. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. And at the end of May, I believe we're going to be hanging out on State of the Art on the Unboxing channel with Arthur and Josh, Cox Creates. So look out for that one because we're not going to be streaming on Sunday that week. So that's how you're going to get the fill of us. Yes. But we'll get to that later.
Absolutely. RG in the house.
RG.
What up, RG?
Always love seeing RG.
Me too. Very refreshing. And Backwoods. Ramen Toys will do it for $2. You know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong. They will probably Ace, get up on that, man. You need to make that happen after you get this car out. So that's chat, man.
Well, man, I got you really fired up about this Nitro ring. And again, the titles, it's a rough week for collectors. So we've kind of talked about the Hasbro thing, the Hasbro and Mattel thing, the WCW ring, this Maleficent figure. I have one thing that's still probably going to fire you up, and it's still on the wrestling related boat. So I apologize to our non-wrestling friends here. But this does impact collectors because I don't know if y'all can tell, but Aaron has an abundance of belts behind him.
I do.
So I'm curious of what you think of this, which is now up at the WWE shop for $499.99. The newest World Heavyweight Championship belt that they revealed last week, I believe.
Yes.
Is that going to be on your shelf, sir? For $499.99.
Not for $499.99. No, I'll call my guy.
Could get a Nitro set for that.
I could. I'll call my guy and see if I can get it. Half of that. But I don't know. This I was funny that you did. I was actually working on a video discussing this exact thing that I was going to post online later. But I'll give you a sneaky peek of my opinion. Triple H loved the big gold. That was one of his favorite belts. And this belt is kind of like the marriage of the two, where you still represent the WWE logo with WCW's big gold. Do I love it? No. Do I think it looks cool? It's all right. $500, you can kiss my ass.
Do you like it more than the spinner belt?
I mean, I really was never really don't get me wrong. I have it right there, but the spinner belt was different. It was, and honestly, if you know the history of that belt, it wasn't supposed to be a belt that lasted as long as it did. That was supposed to be just to support John Cena on his little run that he had. Well, they kept it for almost 4 years,
longer than what they should have.
Yeah, and then they did alterations to it. They did the rated R spinner. They did the Miz, which they just took the W and put it upside down for the M. So I mean, they got creative with the title until The Rock brought in the new World Heavyweight title belt. But do I love this one more than that one? No, I really don't like neither one. But if I had to choose one, I would say I actually like the spinner belt a little bit better. I said this just looks. It looks like they just ran out of ideas and said, "Hey, let's just slap the WWE logo on a globe on top of big gold," and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I see trying to, respect the past while also bringing in the new. I can't say that I enjoy this belt. Honestly, let me see if I can zoom in here. To me, I can't zoom in on it. It looks like just around the logo on the actual gold plating there. It just looks like a bunch of nonsense noise trash.
So I mean, what they did, if you look at all the previous belts, and I'm trying to find one I can grab without knocking down half a display. But anyway, the last few titles of them, they have the big W. That has been the title that they've used for so long. The WWE title belt, the Universal Championship. Why? Like, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Now, if you would have done, maybe if you would have kept it that way and then added more of a gold background to it, and not necessarily say it's big gold, I might be okay with that. I'd have to see what it looks like. I envision in my mind what it could look like, but I mean, this looks like shit. And if this is Triple H's brainchild, sorry, homie, you lost me on this one.
It does feel like it's trying too hard, and it doesn't feel prestigious. So when I look at the updated United States Championship, I don't mind that so much.
Oh, dude, I love that.
The Intercontinental title, they've always done a pretty good job with.
Yeah.
Except for, didn't they have it like a circle at one point? I don't know. They did something dumb with it there for a period, and then they brought it back to more of a classic design.
Yeah, that was Cody did that when he brought back the white
stripe. Yeah. And because those are titles that hold a long lineage of prestige. And unfortunately, what this belt has against it is, one, it does look like it's trying too hard, but also the prestige value on it has already tanked, because what value does it actually hold?
None.
This
is now a constellation prize because they want to keep hold the titles forever. So this belt will absolutely mean nothing except for the fact that Raw will now have a world title belt, so I don't want to get too far into this conversation because I want to save more for
we'd save that
wrestling show. But you got me, you did it, man. You got me worked up on it.
It was just like I said, it's just a thing this week with collecting, and we didn't really have a lot to talk about, so I was just talking about some of the things that were on both of our minds. But I know we haven't really sat down and talked about this at all, but we can hold your thoughts. We can see how it goes. Maybe it'll grow on us. I looked at it now and I didn't hate it as much as the first time I saw it, but I still don't look at it and say, yeah, that belt should be around the waist of a champion, nor would I want to run around carrying it. But that's my opinion. I'm, again, an ignorant person. What the hell do I know?
Every time I look at this, I'm like, it hurts me to look at it. Like I said, don't get me wrong. if my guy says, "Hey, I got one," and this is the price for it, I mean, I'll add it. I'll get it for this just to say it's there. But I'm not like actively gonna go like I gotta have this title belt. This is amazing because it's not. It's not. I don't like it. I hate it. Like I said, that United States title, man, that thing is beautiful. That is probably one of the best U.S. Championship belts I think they've done in years. I mean, outside of like the originalness, like the original belt that they did, which kind of like concreted it for what it is. But that belt right there, whoo, winner. I want to touch on this just because Archie asked it, and I'll kind of steer away from some wrestling talk for a minute. Do we really need another belt? So many times they could have stripped the belt off Roman, and he can still be Universal Champion. Yes. I honestly think that was the original plan, was that somehow he was going to lose it without being pinned to keep like the unpinned streak together. But no, they said we're gonna create a whole new belt, and we don't know who we're gonna give it to.
Well, I think what they were doing well was, with Roman being part-time and having both titles, they had Gunther as Intercontinental Champion, being a strong champion. And they were trying to do that with the United States title on Raw, which is exactly what those belts are there to freaking do in the first place. When Hulk Hogan was champion, he wasn't running around there every week. You had to rely. That's why we got great matches like Macho Man and Steamboat and Mr. Perfect and all these other things, all these other great matches, and that's also why those belts had so much prestige. But that's just me going on a tangent. I apologize.
13th Prince, we're not supposed to be talking about wrestling. This is a toy show. But if you want my opinion on it, the answer is no.
I think that's what they're going to do.
No. Okay. I'm gonna ask the question. I want you to think about it and then answer.
I have to think. That's not why I came on the show.
I know. Cody went and fought Roman, lost. Controversially, unless you ask your heel self, not so controversially. Now they're in a put together feud with Brock Lesnar. Makes no sense. I think the original play was this is now a build up to go back and face Roman again as a stronger, more better Cody. If you put that title on Cody Rhodes at Night of Champions, you fucked up.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's a good decision.
The people will love it because right now you need a Raw champion. If you put that title on Cody Rhodes at Night of Champions, you ruined everything that you've got momentumly going, which sucks because of the draft. And I'm assuming that Cody's going to be on Raw and Roman's going to be it's already on SmackDown. So somehow you have to figure that piece out. You have to put it on a Drew McIntyre or hell, fucking put it on The Miz, man. That man.
Throw him a bone.
That man, he's put in the work.
No, well, until Snoop Dogg comes and accepts his open challenge, and then it's over. Well, look, we're gonna stray away from the wrestling here a little bit. There's a few starred comments that we should probably get to, but
there's just one.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to be on a show called Unboxing. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, Mr. Wonderful agrees that The Miz is underrated. I love The Miz. I've loved The Miz since he left Morrison and became a solo star. I will shout that to the moon and backwards. I loved the feud between him and John Cena. It was great. Rock came in and did the thing, but that's a whole nother show. We're talking show. Talking about toys.
Talking about toys.
And free shipping for another hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, so before Sunny's stream ends, which is, I believe, still going on after this. I didn't see him call off of his stream today. You can buy this Renee Bellick figure from helladopetoys.com, and shipping's on us, friends. till midnight. Then after that, we're charging you.
Oh god. Punk with toys. They can have a stupid looking belt to go with a stupid.
So Aaron really wants to do a pop-up wrestling show in the very near future, talking about all this stuff, and I'm stealing all his material, which is why I'm trying to stray away from. I'm trying to reel him in, or else then he's going to be like, "Well, I'm not going to do it now because I already said all my piece." And I'm like, "My bad."
I'll probably still do it,
but we needed content for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week.
So, well, let's talk about May, because we got a lot going on in May. Mm-hmm. So next week is a really big show for us. Mm-hmm. We have Tim Clark himself joining us. And if any of you don't know who Tim Clark is by now, he is the creator of Boglins, which we all know Mr. Ted DarkClaw loves to death. So not only are we going to get to talk to him about Boglins, we're also going to get to talk to him about the upcoming Sectors line from Nacelle, because we just made a deal with Nacelle. So now we sell Nacelle products too, which you can get free shipping on right now. Those robots are real heavy. If you want to buy a RoboForce figure, man, I'm telling you, the next hour and a half is the time to do it, because shipping on those, oof, those boys are beastly. But we're going to have Tim Clark on next week, which I'm very excited about. I never thought when I was a child playing with a Boglin, I would grow up one day to have a YouTube show that a handful of people watch and get to talk to Tim Clark. That's pretty awesome.
Indeed.
And then after that, we're going to be talking about some toy customizing. So we've gone over dioramas and people who build their own toy lines, but we've never talked about customizing because you and I don't do that. So we're bringing on Payne's Toy Samples. He's been hanging out in the chat. He's also doing his own live streams now, so you guys should very much check that out. Give a sub to his channel, Payne's Toy Samples. But he's going to come on and talk to us about how to rip off the heads of our AWOC figures and turn them into something awesome.
Ooh, I'm glad you said that. Before we end, I got some news I'll share.
Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be good news.
I don't need to end. We can go.
Oh, all right. Well, fine. So I got I don't want to say confirmation, but good news that Wave 2 of AWOCs should be landing in the United States middle of June. So June, I think they said like June 15th is the date that it'll be in the warehouse. We should see it hopefully the week after. So if you did not get your pre-orders in for Wave 2, that thing, man, gotta get that thing. that is the piece that sold me right out the gate.
So, fun story, at the beginning of the show, Mr. Wonderful asked if the free shipping for the next hour and a half roughly applied pre-orders as well, and you said that it did. So that means Thane, big beefy boy, if you're trying to get in on that, free shipping for the next hour and a half, because tomorrow freaking charging you for it.
Yeah.
Free ship discount code. Use that. Free ship. It's scrolling right down here at the bottom. You just gotta catch it. Anyway, carry on. What else did you have to say?
Oh no! I just want you bought the AWOC in your hand. I'm like, oh, that reminded me. Wave 2 is coming. So
Wave 2 is coming.
So we are looking forward to that. We also in discussions with getting the tabletop game.
Yes.
So that's something that's in the works. So get your AWOC figures for the tabletop game. Hopefully coming. They got a commercial that they shot, so that should be coming up soon. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, so Jeremy is not in the chat tonight, and I assume that's because he is boycotting me because he doesn't have a Hella mug. I believe the last thing he said to me was "Good day, sir," and we never spoke ever again. But we are very much trying to get in on that AWOC tabletop game. If that's something you guys are interested in, Spiro will have it, but we'll also have it.
That's right.
We believe that is the working theory right now.
We are in communications. That's a very interesting question in the chat that I wanted to bring up. This is a really good one. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hey, do you guys have Indiana Jones figures? What about pre-orders for Cosmic Legions? Man, it's funny that you said that. So if you haven't seen, we got autumn Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones for days.
Have this Renee Bellick figure right here. I pulled this out of the other box and I feel like I'm going crazy now. I'm like, are they all Renee Bellicks? They're not all Renee Bellicks.
No.
The other guy.
There's
we also have Sala.
And we have Indiana Jones. And,
we have Indiana Jones.
And the other one.
We have the girl. I think she has the monkey, right?
Yeah.
So
we have all the pieces to create the artifact.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. See, that's the selling point, guys.
Yeah. All the figs to create the artifact.
That changes everything.
But yeah, tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, Cosmic Legion's Outpost goes live at 12 o'clock noon at helladopetoys.com. So if you have not swooped them up at Store Horseman, you still have an hour and 20 minutes to do that. If you just want to support your boys because you love us, tomorrow at noon, those will go live on the website. So keep an eye out for that, along with Indiana Jones.
Sorry, this exchange just made me laugh. So Radnom is here. Random Diorama. How are you, sir? And then it was immediately followed with
Random.
Randio, I need a WCW stage. Can you help me? Poor Random. He's gonna be getting harassed and abused. But Random, if you're gonna do one for Adam, yeah, we're getting in the poop line.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to caress that like button softly.
So softly.
It likes it like that.
Just a little.
And don't forget to leave comments because you don't want Ted waking up tomorrow morning in his feels because no one left him a comment.
Yeah, I hate that. Why create art? Nobody's going to be like, well, hey, that's good. Or, hey, that sucks. Yo, I'll take the hate too. I don't care. The show sucks. Come tell us. I'm fine with that. Grown ass man.
Don't just talk trash. Like this. What did you see? This motherfuckers just said.
Oh yeah, next show it's on. Like we're gonna stop our interview with Tim Clark and be like, Tim, sorry, we have to address something. A comment from last week's show. No, we're not that petty.
I am like that dude that left that comment that says that your name sucks because his name sucks.
Oh yeah. I never had anything to say after that.
Yeah, they normally don't.
They normally don't. Where is he now?
He's
hopefully watching.
He's probably watching right now.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they're calling me out. I'm gonna leave into the comment.
So
tell them their name sucks.
To recap, we have Tim Clark, May 7th. That is next week. Followed by Payne's Toy Samples the week after that, which I don't know the date for that because I don't have a calendar in front of my face. And then after that, we're actually talking more wrestling. We're talking wrestling figures with Mr. Wonderful.
Ooh, I like talking about toy wrestling.
So we're gonna. Mr. Wonderful apparently has a lot for us. Okay, so I'm gonna let him read the show notes. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. I gotta steer the bus.
I just
yeah. And then after that, we're taking a week off because you have a big concert event to go to, correct?
I do, yes. My annual get away from life and just live for a weekend. So yeah, that Thursday through Sunday, and then it's just perfect that like also Memorial Day is that Monday. So I get like a whole weekend just to like relax and not have to worry about nothing. So.
Yeah. And then in June, as far as guests go, we don't have anything confirmed. We have some ideas. I actually probably need to get on that. The weeks just keep flying by, man. Like it feels like just like last week, we were doing a 3.5 hour show and then boom, we're doing an 1.5 hour show. And I'm so confused all the time.
So you have to write his name, a former indie wrestler, Mr. Wonderful.
Well, that's how I'll introduce him on May whatever.
I think it's the 21st.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right because we've been talking to him. So yeah, we're gonna do 3 shows in May. Take a week off. That would normally be the week where it's just you and me. And then in June, we're probably gonna pull back a little bit. But I say that now, and then something falls in our lap, and I'm like, well, we're doing guests all month, and then July. Oh, I'm so excited for July.
Road to PowerCon, man.
The road to PowerCon begins, and we're trying to go hard on this one and bring a lot of guests related to PowerCon onto the show.
Yes.
Some big names that we are working on. Nothing can be confirmed yet, but July is going to be wild, and we'll probably have to take a week off after that and then go do PowerCon. God, it's going to be PowerCon before you know it, man.
I know. That's crazy.
It's just like 3 months away, dude. It's May, June, July. Yeah.
Oh,
3.5 months away.
Also, a special event in July. Miss Simi Skies turns 20.
She does turn 20.
So, big deal.
I'm excited for that because it's 1 year away from me taking her to the bar and embarrassing her. Because she goes, oh, this is what you do all the time? Not coming back here.
Yeah. Bar scenes. Great.
Bar scenes. That's where we hang out.
Axion Figs, PowerCon is going to be, as the Miz says, awesome.
It will be. It will be. We're going to need a lot of days to recover for PowerCon. PowerCon is going to kick our ass.
Yeah.
And
it will be.
It's going to put us on a map too, because all these people hanging out in this chat know who we are. And I would say a good majority of them have made a purchase from them. Some people like random, if we sold Pink Foam Board, he'd probably be like, fuck yeah, he'd be our best customer.
Hey, I'll don't tempt me. I'll do it.
Well, he's going to need a lot to build this WCW arena.
Hey, it's fine.
But, we have a lot of loyal customers here. And ideally after PowerCon, we go in one thing, we come out another. And we're hoping it's our reunion. It's our homecoming. And hopefully it's going to be a game changer because we've done a lot in 2023, man. A whole lot.
Yeah.
Enough to buy 1,000 Renee Bellick's. Build your artifact, folks.
Yes. Sure.
He's just right there. We also have AWOCs. You should go buy those too.
Yes.
I also have a custom Sunny figure that's not for sale, but
I got nothing.
And it is TGIS, so make sure after you leave our stream, you go over to the Sunny channel and check him out if he shows up to work today. And then next Sunday, before we go live, go to Articulated Chad's channel and talk about some G.I. Joe goodness. Because, Chad's been throwing down lately. He had like almost 50 people in that stream tonight. It was crazy. Still don't know anything about G.I. Joes, but each week I get a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, and I learn a little bit more. And that's what I appreciate about Articulated Chad's channel and that show. So TGIS every freaking Sunday, unless we're not on or Sunny's not on.
A couple last minute things here. Axion Figs need to build a ring dial with changeable aprons, so it could be WCW, WWE, WF, all of it. Random, you game?
It's rad knob.
Oh, I don't read good.
We're all ignorant here on Hello Dope.
Going to PowerCon totally drunk and get hauled up by the cops and vlog the whole thing. But don't tempt me, okay?
I mean, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah, probably.
And then we'll be like reaching out, going, "Bobby, save us, Bobby!"
It's like, I don't know you.
He's like, I don't know those fucking guys.
But I'll send you that invoice next week. I'm like, right, gotcha. Punko Toy says, you know nothing about G.I. Joe?
Okay, so I know G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was not my go-to show as a kid. So G.I. Joe and Transformers are one that I usually skipped out on because I wasn't much of a car guy and I wasn't much of a military guy. I was more of a superhero guy. But He-Man, Thundercats, and then, you know, as I got older, Spider-Man, the X-Men, you know, dabbled in the Power Rangers there for a little bit. You know, things like that. But G.I. Joe, they were just always shooting at each other, and I was always pissed off that nobody ever died from it. And I don't know. I mean, the same thing could be said about He-Man. It's whatever. But I was watching He-Man when I was 3. I was watching G.I. Joe when I was like 7 or 8. It's just nothing that ever clicked with me. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That shit clicked with me.
Oh man. You gotta have the Turtles, man.
But yeah, it was just one of those things that I missed out on. And, you know, I know the characters. I know enough about it. I've watched G.I. Joe, but I'm not really down with the lore or anything like that. So I'm learning.
Hold on. So Adam here. Ted can go to PowerCon. Blacknight might have some issues. Just no issues, man. Everything is good. That's a little. I mean, the parking lot thing, maybe. Pain with toys. Not pain with toys. God, a punk with toys says
pain with toys.
Pain with toys says read the fucking comics. Okay.
Hey, I'll do that. I will do that. I challenge accepted, sir. And also, Punk with Toys goes live tomorrow night as well.
Yes.
I want to say 10 p.m. Eastern, but I don't always know what time it is or what day it is. But he is going live tomorrow, and the best way to find out is to go subscribe to his channel and check out that show.
Random Ted DarkClaw Black. That's gonna be my new stream name. I'm gonna put that up next week.
If somebody made like generic rip-off action figures, Payne's toy samples might be the guy for that. We'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to do that on the 14th.
Yeah. But yeah, what else do you have?
Well, Matt Logic says evening.
Matt Logic, we're gonna see you in the Sunny stream if Sunny shows up tonight.
Yes. What do I got? You know, nothing much really. Thank you all for sharing the post and supporting the biz and supporting the channel. We appreciate you. And yeah, buy all this stuff. We want to buy more stuff, so I need you to buy this stuff to buy more stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to get the hotness out.
Yeah. No more old and busted. We need that new hotness.
Yeah, we're bored with it too, guys. It's time to ship it. No, we're still having fun with the toys that we have.
Yes, I was
building
stuff while I was in the poop line.
And a lot of it is just we're still a newer company, and not a lot of people know who we are, and sometimes it's hard to gauge the demand because sometimes y'all are crazy. Like something comes in, it is immediately gone.
Yeah.
Immediately gone.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised that so like those All-Star 5s, like when we mentioned that we had, like they were like boom boom order, then it's like, and then it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Which is okay. It's okay because Ted really wants this last one. So, and Fate, if it's still there, he might take it.
Well, can you hold it up?
Yeah.
You saw it by you?
Yeah.
Because I have a story about that one actually. So when I was at PowerCon last year on Friday, I immediately waited in the PowerCon line. We walked in the door and was immediately in the Four Horsemen line trying to specifically get that figure. There was a gentleman in front of me. He runs the podcast for one of the Mythic Legions things. I don't remember what it's called. It's like the Bazaar or something like that. The Cabal. So that gentleman was right in front of me, and he actually bought the last one. So I waited in that two-hour line to buy that figure, and yeah, and then we got them in stock, and I was just like, yeah, maybe we should just move them.
Now he has FOMO.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I do. It's a problem I have. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It's whatever.
Axion says I'm going to order tonight for free shipping aids. Yeah, I'm a dick.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, we need space, sir, and we need to buy more Cosmic Legions and more Indiana Jones figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lots of stuff, man. We got lots of things in the pre-orders. Like I said, that Robo Force, the Sectars. We've got Biker Mice from Mars on pre-order. For all you Gargoyle fans, check out the Gargoyles.
So many Gargoyles coming.
Yeah, that the new one's actually being shipped this week from the Sega Genesis game. So look forward to that. Just, man, it's a lot of stuff.
A whole lot of stuff. All right, so one more quick rundown. Tim Clark, then Payne's Toy Samples, followed by Mr. Wonderful. We're taking a week off, but during that week off, we're going to be hanging out on State of the Art with Unboxing Art and Cox Creates. So when you miss us, that's where you're going to find us. And then Jim Largo is going to humor me and let me come on his show for a little bit and, drive him a little nutty. So that's what we got going.
Yeah. Other than that, Adam, yes, great show tonight. Thank you. We did not make it 3.5 hours, even though we could. Relax today. I'm gonna try to get caught up on the Mandalorian tonight, so I can talk about it with the people at work, because I told them if they tell me about it, I was gonna fire them.
Yeah, I gotta watch the last episode too. So.
And then, Axion says that he will be on Largo's Lair on Tuesday night. So tune in for that. Show some love. We will be there. Hey, Largo, you're still there, man.
When we talk about wrestling, I feel like Largo just checks out. He's like, well, I'm going to go hang out with Eduardo now.
Hey, I mean, I don't know if did you see the Beasts and Baddies NWO that he did?
So I'm very behind on a lot of things, and unfortunately I have not. But it is on my saved list for YouTube for when I have time to catch up on things.
So what I appreciate about Largo and his shows is he puts in the work. Like, he does research for, like, and he said, he mentioned before that, like, he's not like the newer stuff wrestling, but he definitely went through and did his homework on all the NWO stuff. Has some great clips up. So if you haven't watched the Beast and Baddies NWO, go check that out. It's a good show. I definitely enjoyed watching it.
Look, anything Jim Largo does is great over at Largo's Lair. He really is the man of the people, and he's got something for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Random. Yeah. Check out Largo, man. Actually, if you could pop up Largo's YouTube page, that'd be great. So Random can give that a subscribe to his channel. That'd be great. But yeah, Jim Largo. Where's Bill?
Well, I made a comment that I keep missing all of Bill's shows, and I feel like Bill's kind of on the same boat where, it's bedtime in Bill's world. He usually gets to pop in for 20 minutes and he has to go to bed, and he probably got tired of staying up too late.
Yeah, we be going to the wee hours of the late night.
I'm sure he catches all our replays.
Probably.
But
yeah, there you go, Random. There is Largo's Lair. Check it out. He says, gracias, roosters for everyone. I had roosters for dinner. It's quite delicious, actually. Has some potato skins and some wings.
Well, since we're giving shout outs before we wrap it up, I want to shout out all the people that continue to support us. First of all y'all in the chat. Shout out to Axion Figs. It's pronounced Action Figs. We don't do that here.
No, Axion.
He's been our moderator, and he greets all y'all, hangs out with all y'all, puts up with watching us all the time. So we appreciate the work that he puts in. We got Frank in here, Realm of Toys 89 on Instagram. Some of the best toy photography that you will ever see. Please go check that out. Mr. Wonderful is hanging around in everybody's chats.
Oh yeah.
And there's a rumor that when he comes on, he might have something to show off to us. So I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned for that as well. And then there's Simi Skies out there, the creator of the Hella Dope mug.
Yes.
Luckily, I'm so glad Jeremy's not here right now. Mugs up, motherfuckers. And then just all the people that helped us get here. We already talked about Jim. Jim's always been a great supporter, one of the originals. 3POA, Laser Pants over there, Jeremy over there, Bobby who supplies
Tony.
us. You know, we're still gonna get Tony on here when he's done traveling the world. You know, we still love Rocco the Great. He brought in a lot of people, and I know Chooch and Briscoe aren't here tonight. At least they're not chatting, but normally they're hanging out here with us as well. Sonny over at the Sonny channel, go check him out after the show. Articulated Chad from TGIS and the Articulated Chad channel, 7 p.m. Eastern every Sunday, and a few other times a week too that I don't know. And then a Punk with Toys again is here hanging out with us in the chat. Go check him out. Payne's Toy Samples, highly articulated, Brick Something, Ostradamus Toys, all of them. Just there's a lot of YouTube to watch, fellas.
Yeah. I do have one small request before we end the show. Super small. We're having some issues, and it's not necessarily an issue, but what would really help us out a lot is if you're not following us on the Facebook page, follow us there first and foremost, and leave a review if you've bought something. It really helps us out getting the name out in other social media platforms. We just want to really get the algorithm going on our side to let people know that we are actually a real company. We're not fake. We do the things that we say we do, and y'all's help would come a long way with that. We do appreciate all the ones that have done it so far. Also sharing on Instagram and TikTok and other places that I've seen you post things. So just keep that up. We appreciate you very much. That's all I got. I'm done. I'll give up my soapbox.
New site design coming out, probably more towards PowerCon, but we've heard your feedback. Building a new site to make it look a little more professional and user friendly. So stay tuned for that as well. And then we're gonna shut up now because we've said goodbye like 15 times.
Right. 45 minutes later, we're still saying goodbye.
3.5 hours later. You got nothing else?
I got nothing, man.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to turn this off. Thank you, guys. We'll be back here next Sunday, same time. With Tim Clark. And we love you all. Free shipping ends in 1 hour and 3 minutes. It includes pre-orders. Go do that. Love you. Bye.